Hello, this is a recording. Uh, Now, we will be learning something called as mustard in this video. Before we get started, I want to see if we are live. If we are live, we should be able to see us live here. Okay, we are not live yet. We want to see if we are live here. Okay, we are live and we are learning mustard. Let's get started. Welcome to Earl Uncut. This is Santosh, and today I will show you how we can use mustard framework. The first part that you need to learn is how to go ahead and include these. You have to copy this, or you can download the mustard framework to get this particular zip file. What you do with that zip file is you go ahead and start working. So here you can see that we just created all that. I just pasted everything over here and we start learning. That's great. Now we can go through the overview and variables. Variables are nothing but you just see. I'll come back to the variables in a bit. But this is the folder structure that you get once you download this particular zip file. Okay. And you can start working on it offline. The variable is where you control the color and size of the fonts. Okay, so you can do all that here. Now we can go to the components section and you can see that it has all these components. But before that, we need HTML elements such as block quotes and all those. We don't have a grid. We have a container that we can use to go ahead and control the sizes. Okay. Now, the first thing that I want to do is use this container. We have all these sizes that you can use. So let's go ahead and copy this and go over here and just say dep.container, uh, which we will be using. And over here, we just create the container and you can go ahead and see how that looks. If you don't know where this file is, you should reveal that in the Explorer. I'm using cursor, and that is how it looks. It is absolutely centered by default, and it looks great, if you ask me. Okay. The next thing that I want to do is I want to go to the display and see what available things are there. We have the MD success message, we have LG and all these things. We need a flex a box, and over here you can see that inside the flex we have the rows and columns that we can use, and we have these offsets that we can use as well. For example, offset 2 will offset it by 2 columns. Okay, so let me show you how that looks. Over here, after we create the container, we can go with the rows, and this is how it looks at the moment. When you go ahead and do that, you can just do 2, 6, and 4 over here. All that should add up to 12. Okay, and this is how it looks. That's our 2, that's our 6, and that's our 4. So you can just use anything that you like. I personally prefer doing this, which is Colosseum. 12, and over here it's 12. And when we have that, well, what we can do is we can add a navigation bar there. So to do that, what I do is I go back here and we go to the HTML elements and check if we have a nav bar. It is not there. It's in components. So we go to navigation and we borrow this particular uh, guy over here. And what I do is I go here, I create a header. Instead of this, what I will do is I'll create a header to begin with. Then we close the header, okay? And inside that, what we can do is we can create more rows and columns. But here I'll just paste the navigation bar, and you should be able to see a beautiful navigation bar appear here. As you can see, we have navigation bar. But because this is behaving oddly, what I will do is I will just do a div dot row, and I will do div dot call sm12 over here, and inside this I'll try to paste this, and let's see if it makes any difference. And no, it doesn't make any difference. That is how mustard behaves. Uh, we have the header over here, and we can look at the HTML that is offered in the header. As you can see, this is just a big space. It appears as a big space. So if we go to the menus or any other things, let's see how that looks. Personally, this is not something that I like. Stop streaming, guys. Just give me a minute.